you have to offer nice food stuff for the deity. We are following. He is Vaidhi, following rules. But whenever is walking on the street, you saw a nice mango, jackfruit. Wow! Lychees. Ah, Lord like this fruit. The spiritual master was telling at that time. But by serving, he developed that attachment. And this is spontaneous. So that spontaneous developed after following rules and regulations strictly. Examples of spontaneous devotion service can be easily seen in Krishna's direct associates in Vrindavan. The spontaneous dealings of the residents of Vrindavan in relationship with Krishna are called ragatmika. Please try to remember this word, it will come again. Ragatmika. So that means the spontaneous dealing of the residents of Vrindavan. The residents of Vrindavan, they are ragatmika. This does not have to learn anything about the devotional service. Ragatmika Bhakta, they have not to learn anything. Again, you see these two words, Raga and Atmika. Raga word comes from wrong, color. What is color? What is the color of your heart? That means what is going on in your heart? What is desire? What is the intention of you in your heart? Rag, attachment. So this attachment to Krishna, I love Krishna, whose Atma is like that. They have not to learn anything, how to love Krishna. These beings don't have to learn anything about devotional service. Their heart is already there. That is called Rag Atmika. I'm again stressing, because this type of word will come again and again. Ragatmika, Raganuga, don't confuse. They are already perfect in all regulative principles and have achieved the spontaneous loving service of the Supreme Personality of God. Simple thing, the residents of Vrindavan, eternal associate of Krishna. There are, for example, the cowherd boys who are playing with Krishna do not have to learn the austerities or penances of yogic practice, how to play with him. They have to learn how to play with Krishna. They have passed all tests of regulative principles in their previous lives. And as a result, they are now elevated to the position of direct association with Krishna as his dear friends. Their spontaneous attitude is called Ragatmika Bhakti. I think it is clear to everyone. Sri Rupa Goswami has defined Ragatmika Bhakti as spontaneous attraction for something while completely absorbed in thoughts of it, with an intense desire of love. Devotional service executed with such feelings of spontaneous love is called Ragatmika Bhakti. I'm again reading. You may have understood, but still I'm reading. Sri Rupa Goswami has defined Ragatmika Bhakti as spontaneous attraction for something while completely absorbed in thoughts of it, with an intense desire of love. Devotional service executed with such feelings of spontaneous love is called Ragatmika Bhakti. This definition is so powerful. The way you try to memorize the definition in your school study, syllabus, you learn so many definitions. So those who are intelligent enough, they try to memorize this definition. Some definitions, if not everything, but if possible, Those are students. You are memorizing so many things. So you can, if possible, you can try these words. The way Prabhupada use all the words. Devotional service under the heading of Ragatmika can be further divided into two categories. One category is called sensual attraction and other is called a relationship. So Ragatmika, devotional service under the heading of Ragatmika, there are two types, sensual attraction and other is called relationship. In this connection, there is a statement by Narad Muni to Yudhishthir in the 7th canto, 1st chapter, verse 30 of Srimad Bhagavatam. There Narad says, my dear king, there are many devotees who first become attracted to the personality of Godhead for purpose of sense gratification. From being envious of him, out of fear of him, or from desiring to associate affection with him. Ultimately, this attraction becomes freed from all material contamination, and gradually the worshipper develops spiritual love and achieves that ultimate goal of life desired by pure devotee. I'm again reading. Yeah. My dear king, there are many devotees who first become attracted to the personal Godhead. Why? For the purpose of sense gratification. If you join ISKCON, I'll get nice prasad. Attract to the personal Godhead for the purpose of sense gratification. From being envious of him, out of fear of him, or from desiring to associate affection with him, whatever may be. But ultimately, this attraction becomes freed from all mental contamination. And gradually the worshipper develops spiritual love and achieves that ultimate goal of life desired by the pure devotees. The gopis may be considered to be the example of spontaneous love in sensual attraction. Gopis is an example of sensual attraction. The gopis are young girls and Krishna is a young boy. Superficially, it seems that the gopis are attracted to Krishna on grounds of sex. Similarly, King Kongsho was attracted to Krishna because of fear. Wow! If there is fall down a leaf from the tree, oh, maybe Krishna has come on the tree. So if leaf fell down, he is Krishna conscious. We are chanting holy name for 30, 40 years maybe. We cannot become like that. If leaf fell down, we can see Krishna there. But Kongsho is seeing. Kongsho attracted to Krishna because of fear. Kongsho was always fearful of Krishna because it had been foretold that his sister's son, Krishna, would kill him. Shishupal was also always envious of Krishna. And the descendants of King Jodu, due to their family relationship with Krishna, were thinking of him in their members. All of these different kinds of devotees have a spontaneous attraction for Krishna in different categories. They achieve the same goal of life. What is this? Spontaneous attraction. Sensual attraction and relationship. Maybe with sense gratification, maybe envious, or maybe desire associated. Three things. One, envious out of fear. So here, Prabhupada gives all the examples. The attraction of the gopis for Krishna and the affection of the members of the Jodu are both accepted as spontaneous or raga. The attraction of Kangsha to Krishna in fear and the attraction of Shishupal in envy are not accepted devotional service. However, because their attitude are not favorable. I hope it is clear. Four things. Sense gratification, envious, out of fear, and desire to associate. We will give again 4 examples. And here is saying to favorable and to unfavorable. Shishupal and Kangsha unfavorable. That is not, though by in associate Krishna they were purified, true, but that is not devotion. Devotional service should be executed only in a favorable frame of mind. Anukullena Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Uttama. Anukullena. Devotion should be, Narad Muni told, so the way the Asuras can remember Krishna, we cannot also remember Krishna. The Asuras are the better? No. Because, yes, by remembering Krishna, they become purified, but they are not devoted. Therefore, according to Goswami, such attractions are not considered to be anti-devotional service. Again, he analyzes the attraction of the Jodhas. If it is on the platform of friendship, then it is spontaneous love. But if it is on the platform of regulative principle, then it is not. Regulative principle, that is not spontaneous. Regulative principle, sadhana. Spontaneous with raganuga. And only when affection comes to the platform of spontaneous love, it is continued. Sorry, it is counted in the category of pure devotional service. Only when affection comes to the platform of spontaneous love, is it counted in the category of pure devotion. When sadhana is not pure, but when spontaneous love, only the pure devotional service. There may be some difficulty in understanding that both the gopis and Kangsha achieve the same goal. So this point should be clearly understood. Because the attitude of King Kangsha Shishupal are different from that of gopis. I'm reading again. There may be some difficulty in understanding that both the gopis and Kangsha achieve the same goal. So this point should be clearly understood. Because the attitude of Kangsha and Shishupal are different from that of gopis. Although in all cases, the focus is on the Supreme Personal Godhead, and all of the devotees are elevated to the spiritual world, there is still a distinction between the two classes of soul. I hope it is clear. If not, then I can give one example. If you want to love the President of America, because so happy, he'll take you to the White House. And you are doing so nonsense against President of America. He becomes so angry. He requested Prime Minister of India, hand over this criminal to me. And will take him and put in the American jail. So both are in America. Same destination. Both are in America. One is the White House and one in jail. But yes, good. Both are in jail. Sorry, both are in America. But one in jail, one in White House. When one considers, yes, destination the same, is America, not India. Like dirty place. In the first canto of Srimad Bhagavad, it is said that the Absolute is one, and that he is manifested as impersonal Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Here is a spiritual distinction. All the Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan are the same and one, absolute truth. Devotees like Kanksha or Shishupal could attain only to the Brahma effulgence. Again, to understand this point, again I am giving one example, the same example. If two persons goes to America, one is going to reach to the White House, and one person for stealing something, he crossed the border and entered America. Both are in America. So Bhagavan realization is the White House, and Brahma realization just entering in America and doing some like gas filling station and in her working somewhere. Both are in America. So yes, Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan are absolute truth, but there is difference. Devotee will go to Bhagavan and Kamsha Shishupal will go to effulgence. They could not have realization of Paramatma or Bhagavan. That is the distinction. We are so grateful to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada has made it so clear to us. Before coming to ISKCON, we didn't have any knowledge about that. What is Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan? It is everything written in the scripture, but we never went through and never understood also. An analogy can be given with the sun globe and sunshine. To remain in the sunshine does not mean one has gone to the sun globe. Remain in sunshine and somebody went to sun god, and with sun god he is taking ice cream in his dining table. They both are the same. Somebody went to sun god in dining table and eating ice cream in sun planet. His position and someone just entered the sun. No, both are the same. Also, scientists also believe there is a difference in temperature also. The temperature of the sun globe is different from the temperature of sunshine. One who has gone through the sunshine in jet plane or in spaceships has not necessarily gone to the sun globe. Just consider this point. The sun globe and the fallen sun. Is sunshine is not sun? That is sun. But going to the sunshine is going to the sun? No. We should understand that. Although the sunshine and the sun globe are actually one and the same, still there is a distinction. For one is energy and one is energetic source. The absolute truth and his bodily effulgence are in the same way, simultaneously one and different. Kamsa and Shishupal attain to the absolute truth, but they are not allowed to enter into the globe in the one above. Impersonalists and the enemies of the Lord, because of attraction to God, allowed to enter into his kingdom, but they are not allowed to enter into the wicked planets or the globular planet of the same law. To enter the kingdom and to enter the king's palace are not the same thing. Yeah, nice point. I think you have already noticed. Impersonalists and enemies of the Lord, both are in the same place. If you go in a jail and already there is another criminal of murder case, if you go there, we will not ask, okay, I killed 5 people. How many people you have killed? We will not ask. Some killer killed 5 people, murder case, criminal. And if you go and stay the same jail, we will ask, okay, friend, I am a killer of 5%. How many you have killed? So those enemies are there, and the impersonalists, they will go there. See, enemies will ask, okay, oh friend, you are here. What enemy activity you have done there? I was Shishupal there. I was Kangsha there. What was his role? No, we are not enemy. What a thing like. I ask everybody, those who are here, everybody is enemy. Ravan is here, Agashu, Pakashu, all big enemy are here. So you have come over. No, I have not killed. I was a Geni only. I was impersonalist. That means that type of activity also inimical activity. Accepting Krishna as impersonally inimical activity. Why? If someone don't believe your existence, you are impersonal, he is not inimical to you. If he comes to your home and is staying in your home and he said, you are not this person, you are impersonal. You want to kick out from the home. That rascal, he is person. He want to stay in the home and telling the owner, you are impersonal, you are not the owner. You are impersonal person. That means you want to capture his home. If Lord is impersonal, how is a personal? Why are you speaking? If you are impersonal, can you speak? So you are more powerful than impersonal Lord. That is why scripture Mayavadi Krishna impersonalists are also criminals. Because the destination is the same. Srila Rupa Goswami is trying here to describe the different achievements of the impersonalists and personalists. Generally, those who are impersonalists and are inimical to the Supreme Personal Godhead get entrance only into the impersonal Brahman. When and if there is spiritual perfection. The impersonalists, philosophers, are in one sense like the enemies of the Lord, because the out and out enemies of the Lord and the person are both allowed to enter only into the impersonal effulgence, the Brahmajyoti. So it is to be understood that they are of similar classification. And actually, the impersonalists are enemies of God, because they cannot tolerate the unparalleled opulence of the Lord. They try always to place themselves on the same level with the Lord. That is due to their envious attitude. Yes. Another point, powerful point. Why their enemy, impersonal enemy? If you want to become the king of this country, it is how many kings in this world? In a country? One. But if you want to become king, that means you are the enemy of king. The same way, if you want to become God, it is not that you are the enemy of God. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proclaimed the impersonalist to be the offender of the Lord. Mayavadi Krishna Parad. The Lord is so kind, however, that even though they are his enemies, they are still allowed to enter into the spiritual kingdom and remain in the impersonal Brahmajyoti, the undifferentiated light of the Absolute. Sometimes an impersonalist may gradually elevate himself to the personal conception of the Lord. Bhagavad Gita confirms this after many births and deaths. Bhunang Janmananant. He who is actually knowledge surrenders unto him. By such surrender, an impersonalist can elevate to the Vaikuntha Lok, where as a surrendered soul, he attains bodily features like those of the Lord. In the Brahmanda Purana, it is stated, those who have achieved liberation from material contamination and those who are demons are killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, become absorbed in the Brahman conception of life and reside in the spiritual sky of the Brahmajyoti. That spiritual sky is far beyond the material sky, and it is confirmed also in Bhagavad Gita that beyond this material sky, there is another sky, the spiritual sky. Paros tasmat bhavanna abhyakta bhaktat sanatan. Paro tasmat is bhakta bhaktat sanatan. The enemies and the impersonalists may be allowed to enter this Brahma effulgence. But the devotees of Krishna are promoted all the way to the spiritual planets. Because the pure devotees have developed their spontaneous love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are allowed to enter into the spiritual planets to enjoy spiritual bliss in association with the Supreme Person of Godhead. Which one is difficult? To become Prahlad or to become Hiranyakashipu? To become Prahlad, easy. He is chanting Hare Krishna, that's all. And to become Hiranyakashipu, wow, in 1 feet, one great toe, standing thousands of years. So it is very difficult to become enemy. And result is like that. Huh? To become devotee, Dhruva Maharaj, 5 years. Prahlad Maharaj, 5 years. How many? There is no tapasya, history of tapasya. Prahlad Maharaj. In the 10th canto, 87th chapter, verse 23 of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Vedas personified address the Lord in this way. My dear Lord, gopis meditate upon your localized feature, and thus they achieve the spiritual perfection of being merged in the impersonal Brahmajyoti. Persons who treat you as an enemy achieve the same perfection without meditating. The gopis who are embraced by your serpentine arms and who have such lusty attitudes also achieve the same perfection. And as far as we are concerned, being different demigods in charge of the different parts of the Vedic knowledge, we are always following the footsteps of the gopis. Thus, we hope to attain the same perfection. So, Veda personified, they praying to become gopis, not praying to become gopis. They want to follow the footsteps of the gopis. By the same perfection, we must always remember the example of the sun and sunshine. Those who are impersonalists can merge into the sunshine like Brahmajyoti, whereas those who are in love with the Supreme Person enter into the Supreme Abode of the Lord, Goloka Vrindavan. The lusty attitude of the gopis does not refer to any sort of sex indulgence. Sri Rupa Goswami explains that this lusty desire refers to the devotee's particular attitude of association with Krishna. Every devotee in this perfectional stage has a spontaneous attraction to the Lord. The attraction is sometimes called the lusty desire of the devotee. Just consider another point. About the gopis, Sanatana Goswami wrote, Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Dvaiti Shanoko Sanatana Bornito Charite. Shanok Sanatan, 4 years boys, they are glorifying Radharani. They have no idea about lusty desire. They are glorifying gopis. That means why they are glorifying them? They have no knowledge about lust. Why they are glorifying them? Sanatana Bornito Charite. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never see women, never talk with them. Even never joke. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never joked with his wife also. He said only once. In the whole life, only once he joked, on one joke with the wife. And that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always discussed the gopis pastimes. What does it mean? That means that pastimes are not material lusty desire. The last is the devotee's excessive desire to serve the Lord in a particular capacity. There we can say, well, last. What actual meaning? Actually, love. Such a desire may seem to be a desire for enjoying the Lord, but actually the endeavor is to serve the Lord in that capacity. For example, a devotee may be desiring to associate with the personality of Godhead as his cowherd friend. He will want to serve the Lord by assisting him in controlling the cows in the pasturing ground. This may appear to be a desire to enjoy the company of the Lord, but actually it is spontaneous love, serving him by assisting in managing the transcendental cows. Wow. What a nice explanation. Okay,
Hare Krishna Maharaj Dhanatna.
Yes. You can hear?
Sorry, Maharaj. Phone was coming. Maharaj, you mentioned that the impersonalist, they also go to the same place where demons they go, that is impersonal Brahman Jyoti. So my question was, in Satyuga the performance was doing dhyan. In Treta Yuga it was yagya, sacrifice, and in Dwapar Yuga it was deity worship, elaborate deity worship. So this all three things, meaning how one can achieve, meaning you can say Vaikuntha from these three things, meaning is there any example like Dhruv, for Dhruv Maharaj example is there. He did dhyan yoga and he followed the instruction of Narad Muni. That was bhakti yoga only. So but how other two examples like yagya and deity worship one can achieve when you go to spiritual world?
This is the gradual process. Without love, you cannot enter there. In yoga, in Brahmalok, when they do yoga, recite mantras, Lord manifests immediately. Yoga Purush. So you can see that form. Without loving, you cannot enter Golok Vrindavan. That is nicely mentioned by Sanatana Goswami, Brihad Bhagavatam. Gop Kumar was passing, but when he went Golok Vrindavan, when one chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra in Vrindavan loudly, Sankirtan, only that time he entered Golok Vrindavan. Otherwise, Golok Vrindavan is not possible. With this Dhyan Yoga, Golok Vrindavan is not. With the Yoga, Havan, you can go Brahmalok. It's good, not a bad place. From there you can go Vaikuntha also. From there. But Golok Vrindavan, only the property of the people of Koliju was chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
So Maharaj, the spiritual world one can go to spiritual world but not can go to Golok Dham.
Yes. There, Sanatana Goswami nicely explained. Gokumar was going everywhere. But until this, comes the Vrindavan and Part-1 Sankirtan Yoga, he reached after that only. When you develop love for Krishna, that only can enter. Otherwise, if if you go to Golok Vrindavan and you see Krishna is grazing the cows, I don't like this. How is it grazing the cows? You'll come back again. So you have to develop that thing, then you can go and release there. You don't love that, see, how will you stay there?
Yes, ma'am.
You are an engineer. I cannot milk the cows there. I cannot go to the field for grazing the cows. Okay, don't go. But if you want to go, develop that love, only you can go there. Because no other activity is there. The engineer has no activity there. If you want to go Golok Vrindavan, you have to practice from here now, milking the cows. Milking the cows.
Thank you, Maharaj.
No need of milking the cows, just chant Hare Krishna, you will get there. Mahaprabhu has given so nice precedent.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Apurva Daya Devesh.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandasana. Maharaj, what is the difference between personality and impersonality?
Personality means those who believe the form of the Lord, this is personality. Those who don't believe the form of the Lord, that is impersonal. The devotee believe the form of Krishna. Krishna is 200 form. They are the personality of the Lord. But those things, oh, Lord has no form. He is he is like effulgence, no form. There is impersonality. Is clear?
We are personality. We are or personality. We are personality. We are
person. And we accept the personality of God. God is also a person. We accept the personality of the God. But impersonalists accept the impersonality of the God. The God is impersonal. God has no form. And Krishna form is not original form. Original is impersonal. It is their philosophy. Impersonalists.
impersonality जो मायावादी और शून्यवादी होते हैं और पर्सनालिटी हम लोग होते हैं हम लोग पर्सनालिटी में जाएंगे
impersonalities means मायावादी
हाँ और हम लोग कहाँ कोई ग्रुप में जाएंगे
हम लोग
पर्सनालिटी
भगवान को पर्सन मानते हैं पर्सनालिटी भगवान
हमारा दूसरा क्वेश्चन है तो जो पुतना था एक भगवान को मानने के लिए आए थे ना लेकिन उनको तो भगवान अपना धाम को जैसे माँ की दर्जा दे दिया
समझ गया
हाँ जब भगवान उनको माँ की दर्जा दे दिया वो तो मारने के लिए आए थे ना दूसरे लोग जो मारे भगवान मगासुर वो तो जो ब्रह्मज्योति तक गए हैं लेकिन पुतना पूरा उनका धाम को गए ये कैसे हो गया
स्पेशल केस है क्योंकि भगवान ने उनको दूध पान किया ना भगवान के बाद दूध और जहर तो दोनों एक ही है और माँ का सम्मान अर्थ क्या है माँ के सम्मान तो वो जाकर यशोदा माँ को मदद करेंगे उधर में कि मदद करने के लिए आए थे ना उधर में जो कृष्ण का रो रहा था तो माँ कंट्रोल नहीं कर पा रहा था इसीलिए माँ यशोदा ने सोचा ये कंट्रोल करेगा असिस्ट करना है तो उधर में असिस्ट करेंगे माँ का सम्मान अर्थ क्या है यशोदा माँ का पोस्ट लेने के लिए नहीं यशोदा माँ का जो असिस्टेंट है तो उनको असिस्ट करना है तो धात्री नर्स धात्री माँ उस तरह देवी की यशोदा नहीं है लेकिन देवों की यशोदा को जो मदद करते हैं उसको तो मामा बोलते हैं ना जिस तरह माँ का फ्रेंड को बच्चा लोग मामा बोलते हैं इसी तरह
लेकिन
लेखा
Hare Krishna Paramuja Guru Maharaj Ji, Dharmat Pranam. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for blessing us with your association daily. Maharaj, I'm so fallen.
3 days there is no class. Friday, Saturday, Sunday no class.
Maharaj, I'm so fallen that I am still not. Still not good with my sadhana. I still miss my 16 rounds whenever there is some little difficulty, and I'll miss that. And even my chanting sometimes it gets over by 11:30, 12 o'clock in the night. And I'm very inconsistent in like waking up in the morning early. So I was asking how to be determined.
Actually, chanting 16 round is not so easy thing actually. When it is easy, when in association with the devotees. Without association, actually it is difficult. So, I hope you are not associating with the devotees, staying alone. That is a difficult. But if you associate with the devotees, it will be difficult. And 16 round, this commitment, most important thing you have to raise early. For rising early, you have to go early bed. This is the precondition. If you can do these things, I have it will not difficult. Like if you associate with the devotees, go to bed early and rise early. This simple thing will make it possible. Otherwise, you are not associated devotees, will be busy with some other responsibilities. And if we go to late bed, rise late, oh, I'll chant in the evening will be tired. So my suggestion will be practice this thing. And if you're resting alone, online you can make friendship with someone, chant together morning. You can make a practice. And first thing, you should go to bed early. There's a prerequisite. If you go late, then all the problem will come. Because you are doing job, you have to give that time to the office. So your only time in the morning. Okay. Thank you. The Prabhupada, Nectar.